So I think it's so important. You really can't understate or overstate just how important mental health is. So I say that to say, a lot of things can contribute to your mental health. Um, your job, if you got a social media, if you're a content creator, um, relationships, family, significant others, financial stresses, and even sports, the teams you root for, even music. People can. It's mental. Checking your mental space and mental stability is just a great thing, and you just have to choose peace and sanity, and you have to do it for your own safety. You just have to, and that's going to take me into this. I don't know how many people know this. I didn't have the best season of watching WNBA basketball last season. It was good, but it wasn't great. And I'm a huge Caitlin Clark fan, a huge Iowa fan, and I think that I found myself in a situation where I was probably stressed because, I felt like, Caitlin Clark, I felt like she got a raw deal at times, and I also felt like, the pressure was unreal, and then I also felt like at times watching wasn't giving me the joy that I had at Iowa. And I don't know if that's because it's new teammates. I don't know if it's just because, I had to get used to the fact that, okay, she's no longer hooping in Iowa. But I was happy for her. I'm always happy for Caitlin Clark, and wish her always nothing but the best as one of her hugest fans. But, also coming with the fact that she needed to improve. Didn't touch people always the right way. Saying that she needed to be stronger in the face of oppressors. Just sitting there recognizing that, Caitlin Clark is not a finished product. A lot of people understood and some people didn't. But, that's just life on the streets of YouTube. Everybody's not going to agree with you. She's a fantastic ball player. And I'm happy to say that I'm looking forward to season 2. And I also know this, that I cannot let and will not let, myself get caught up in what everybody thinks. There's select people that I want to hear their opinions, but I don't want to hear everybody's opinions. I also don't want everybody's opinions to try to cloud, my judgment, my thoughts. I want to keep a clean head, if that makes sense. I want to be able to watch, the Indiana Fever. I want to be able to enjoy the season, and it shouldn't be a shock because you're probably not going to hear a lot of Caitlin fans, Fever fans, be honest, and just say the last season was just a circus. And the only way for me to stop it from becoming a circus at any point is just basically enjoy this game. And again, not be looking and watching to see what everybody's talking about. Just enjoy the games, report on the games, whether it's play-by-play, pre-game, post-game, whatever the case may be. Just a drop-in video to talk Fever. I just at the end of the day, man, I just really just want to watch hoops, man, because I done had situations where, I thought that, I would ingratiate myself amongst people, and I'm speaking about, real life. I'm talking about real life people, and just not button eyes. I'm not talking about nothing on social media, but just, button heads. I said button eyes, but button heads with people, in the sense that, I wasn't moving on the timeline that they were, and I do things, on my own, as I do it, as I see fit, and I just, I'm just who I am, So I don't know, guys, but I do know this. I'm looking forward to the season. Very much so looking forward to the season. Yeah, and I think a lot of Fever fans, most of us are excited. It's not just Caitlin Clark. It's the whole team that I feel like we got a chance to do some special things this season. We seeing what the men's team is doing, the Indiana Pacers. We seeing that they balling out. They got a chance to get to the they in the conference finals. They got a chance to get to the finals now. Salute to the Indiana Pacers. Most people know, of course, I'm a Minnesota Timberwolves fan, but the team, that I cheer for, a secondary, that I always been cheering for, a secondary team has been the Indiana Pacers since like 2001. But I've been a Timberwolves fan the longest, and that's dating back to the 90s. But look, guys, I'm just excited to see this season number 2. I said that before. Watch the development of Caitlin, see if the turnovers get cut in half. Just really, really about to say this. I'm really, really about to say this before I go. I talked about mental. When I talked about mental, what was it? What did I just say? Mental stability, mental health. When you allow yourself to look at everything, watch everything, sometimes I'm investigating just to see if I can pick up on things because I want to be that much more knowledgeable. So when I'm looking at articles, reading different articles, when I'm, watching videos, whether it's highlight footage, reels, highlight package, whatever the case, I'm just trying to learn players. But sometimes you find yourself in a situation where you overindulge. You overindulge in just too many media personalities, and I think it's just important to do your research. To watch videos, watch footage, watch again and again if you have to. Read articles. Right now I'm doing Addison Deal. I'm watching all available interviews on her. This is a player coming to Iowa this upcoming season as a freshman, highly touted recruit, and I'm just trying to make sure I touch all bases. So when I give you guys more Addison Deal content, I could be as knowledgeable as possible. But yeah, I just want to say it's just important to practice good mental health. Ask yourself, are you doing good? How are you doing? If not, talk to somebody, a counselor, a family member, a friend, a significant other, a parent. Just don't hide in the shadows. Just don't allow your depression, if it gets to that point, to just sit there and just linger, because it's absolutely no good for anybody, anywhere. So yeah. This fever season will be better for me. I will see to it. I will personally see to it that I actually found myself, enjoying this season more. I like the fact that, DeWanna Bonner is here. That was a tremendous signing for me. 3-and-D player, bringing great championship experience. The same thing is provided by Natasha Howard in terms of championship, grit, the aspirations to once again drive this fever organization higher than before. So it's great to have Tosh back. Kelsey Mitchell coming back. Who knows if she's going to stay longer than this 1 year, but let's make this year the best year. Tremendous, fantastic backcourt, CC and Kelsey Mitchell. Look, y'all, I'll say this as we go, and I'm excited. I'm excited for Sophie Cunningham. Congratulations to Michaela Timpson for making a roster. Salute to Lexi Hull, who did pretty well at Unrivaled. But look, it's life. I guess the moral of this story: life as a Caitlin Clark fan ain't always easy, And it might be that might be the title of this video. Honestly, I might just title this video that, because it's not easy. It's not easy, and if you watch this video to the end, salute to you, and I thank you for your contribution. Your contribution is so important. So watching this video is even more important than me sitting there, asking people to donate to the channel and all of that. I don't have a Cash App up, but we're not going to talk about that. At some point I might, but that's not important to me. What's important? It's always been important to me is getting this good content out to the best of my abilities, being able to talk with you guys, be able to talk Hawkeyes basketball, women's basketball, UCLA Bruins, Las Vegas Aces, Indiana Fever. That's what I love. That's what I enjoy doing when I'm online. So look, what are you guys' expectations for this Indiana Fever season? I'm so excited. Chicago Sky, Indiana Fever, opening game, May 16th. Looking forward to it. And I got WNBA fantasy basketball tonight. Shout out Rising Rhino. Salute to Rising Rhino. Might tag him. Might just drop his channel right here. Go sub. Great guy. Football. If you love football, if you love UFL, NFL, EFL, arena football. I don't know if you do arena football. I'll take that back. But you cover a lot of football. Canadian football. You do Canadian for CFL. So yeah, I'm out of here, guys. I want to salute you all. Thank you all. We 1K. Let's keep it going. Let's keep grinding. Let's make content. And let's enjoy this Indiana Fever season to my Indiana Fever fans. And y'all let me know, am I the only one who just had last season just was so tough for me? Like, I was so happy for Caitlin. I don't know if it's kind of rocked me in terms of making consistent content, but I'm telling you guys, I was down. I had some tough times. I know it was a tough start to the season. Listening to everybody talking about who Caitlin ain't, what she isn't. it can really mess with your mind sometimes. You know, and yeah, she can improve, but you know, she is a great player. She's definitely a great player. So say that too. Definitely say that. And we out.